Hey, good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this March 3rd version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon. And don't forget, we're always available on Roku.
You're 2 for 2 this week.
2 for
Batting
2.
1,000.
Yeah.
Batting 1,000.
Yeah. How are you this morning, man?
I'm good.
Yeah.
What is it? First Friday.
First Friday.
First Friday is way better than second Monday.
Is it?
I don't know. Like we always say, it doesn't really matter because a lot of the times we have stuff to do on Saturdays and Sundays anyway.
Yeah. So, no, doing good. The weather's a little frosty out today, but it's winter.
And like we were talking about on Tuesday, we're not out of winter yet.
No.
We're going to get, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a extended winter.
Yeah.
We could use the snow, though. I mean, it never hurts to have snowpack.
No, and yeah, the farmers all this time of the year, they're always, when we're us people in the city, we forget about that whole economy out there that is totally dependent upon this time of the year and it having enough moisture up in the mountains. Yeah.
Well, I think most farmers have gotten to the point too where they're smart enough that they pay attention to the trends.
Yeah.
And, push their crops based on that, right? I mean, you can't just go based on traditional winter, not here.
Well, they are, you have to keep in mind that, all they do, and I know you know this, they have all that time doing that monotonous stuff from time to time, driving a tractor and drill and then all of that harvesting and all that stuff. Well, you can bet that they've spent a lot of thought in what they're going to grow, where, how they're cycling it, all of that. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of thought process involved in all that. Yeah.
Want to hear a funny farming story from
Sure.
Oh, yeah. One time I was on the four-wheeler and I was going down to change pipe.
Yeah.
And electric fences are pretty hard to see, if you can see. And I was not paying any attention and I hit that thing and I got
tangled up in it.
Yeah.
And so then it hit you several times.
I mean, it hit me a couple times, but it wasn't. I mean, it's not fun ever to get. We used to do it as kids, just show how tough we were.
Well, yeah, or when I would grab a friend, you grab a friend and then grab a hold of it.
I never peed on one. I wasn't that stupid.
No, I wasn't either.
It's March 2nd. Oh, we're a day ahead, BC. Apparently, it is March 2nd. I thought it was March 3rd. The display says March 3rd.
Oh,
according to somebody who just chimed in. Interesting.
Bud Forrest says, "Hey,
good morning, Bud.
Good morning.
What's up? My armchair quarterback. He's just coming off of, I believe, hip surgery, and so he'll be back."
I have March 3rd somewhere else.
Probably. I think it's on that little thing that you run across the bottom.
No, it said 2nd, but maybe it's in the Vimeo thing. Maybe
Bud Forrest, he has the best job as my sidekick. He gets to just chime in from his recliner and then take little snoozes and chime in. And he's ready for some baseball. Me too, but I see Bud at all the baseball and softball games. But most of the grand games lately have been blowouts, at home. So it's like I almost take a little snooze, It's gonna be an awesome baseball season though this year. We're gonna make another run.
Good.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do sports.
All righty.
EOU baseball dropped their CCC opener last night in Caldwell to College of Idaho. They had a really rough first inning, gave up 10 in the first inning, and they just couldn't recover. They'll travel to Lewiston this weekend to take on LCSC, the most dominant program, possibly in the country over the last 25 years. LCSC is a baseball school. They got a pair of doubleheaders, one on Saturday, one Sunday. EOU softball got screwed again. Our games got moved to Hermiston that were supposed to be here against Southern because of field conditions and weather. That'll be Saturday and Sunday as well. They opened the CCC with a bang. I mean, they went 4-0 this past weekend into Monday, and they're tough. They're number 19 in the country. EOU women's basketball, as we all know, they won the CCC tournament. They did it pretty handedly, too, over a team that they had split during the regular season. LCSC was number 10 in the country. We were number 12, and we ended up beating them twice this year, and once we have a better record, so we should move up before the selection show. I'm assuming we're probably going to be a 2 seed in the national tournament, which is not bad. I mean,
No.
Maybe a 3 seed. It just depends on how things fall. We'll see. Men's basketball, let's go back to women's. Angie Weisenfluh, Coach of the Year. She got her 1,000th career victory this year, and she was CCC Coach of the Year this year for the 8th time. That's pretty cool. Shaylee Burgess, I always say her name wrong. She was Co-Defender of the Year. That's her 3rd time that she's gotten that award in the CCC. The 2 previous times as a member of Corbin, and then this year as a member of EOU. Bailey Brennan, Newcomer of the Year. We had 2 first-team all-conference in 3. Saylor Leafke, Bev Slater, and Shaylee Burgess were all first-team all-conference, and then Bailey Brennan was honorable mention all-conference, which was pretty good. We swept. I mean, we didn't sweep them, but we took a good chunk of the awards, which is awesome. Men's basketball, they're waiting on the national tournament selection show. I'm saying they're going to fall at probably a 4 or a 5 seed, which isn't bad. They ended number 2 in the CCC, got number 2 in the tournament as well. So they got the second automatic bid to the tournament. This is their best season since 2016. And I'm going to say it again, like, this should have already happened. Interim head coach Chris Kemp should have been hired already. Hire him, for crying out loud. What are we waiting for? It drives me nuts. Like I mean, if I'm in his position and somebody gives me an offer at a better school right now, I'm taking it because I'm not hired yet.
Right.
It's frustrating. And then I talked about it before. Philip Malatar, Player of the Year in the CCC. He's the one that has the book written about him, the documentary. This is his 2nd year. He was Newcomer of the Year last year. Emmett Taylor, even though he had a rough second half to the season, he was all conference as well. And then Adam Orr, who all 3 of them have been on my show, was honorable mention all conference, and he was like in the top 10 in the country in 3-point percentage, which is pretty impressive. It was a good year for the Mountie basketball. The LeGrand girls basketball team will host Crook County tomorrow here up at the gym in the opening round of the state playoffs. I want to say it's 6 p.m. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. at the high school. $10 for adults, $6 for students, with no passes accepted because it's a state playoff game. And then the boys, they travel to Junction City on Saturday for a 3 p.m. tip-off. And, I mean, that's going to be a tough game for them. Junction City, I think, is number 2 in the state. They're tough. So hopefully we can get past them and see what happens from there. The girls should handle Crook County tomorrow moving forward. One more thing about sports here. Let me get to my little pictures. LeGrand High School Baseball, in partnership with the Lions Club, will be having a rib feed March 11th. Seating's at 4:30, 5, 5:30, and 6. It's $40 a ticket. It includes baby back ribs, red potatoes, coleslaw, and a dessert, and all proceeds will benefit the LeGrand High School baseball team and the Lions baseball field.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all I got for sports.
All righty. Want to remind you all of the Daughter-Daddy Dance, Rotary Daughter-Daddy Dance that's happening this weekend. The ticket information is there. You can scan that code or go to legrandrotary.org. There are dances Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Don't forget about that. All right. Our weather cam isn't working today.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah. But so I can't show you outside, but let's see what Gabe has for us here.
The European model shows increasing moisture for your Thursday, bringing rain mixing with snow and graupel as you progress throughout the day for your Thursday across eastern Oregon. Heading today on Thursday for LeGrand, it looks like this. We'll start into low 30s at the 8 o'clock hour. Some isolated snow showers around, but that moisture becomes widespread and steady at times during the second half of the day, mixing with more of that rain and graupel. as those highs warm into the low 40s due to those southerly winds picking up, gusting to 30 miles per hour in spots. But then we see a slight westerly component into the evening hours, breaking that moisture up a bit and changing anything over to accumulating snow. That 7-day forecast, sponsored by Valley Insurance, shows those early morning numbers for your Thursday. Low to mid 20s, with the exception for Pendleton struggling to get down to freezing. That cold spot 10 in Burns. Afternoon highs into the 40s for all of us, with the exception for 37. That cold spot in Meacham. That warm spot 50 in Pendleton. Sticking snow as low as 2,000 feet would bring anywhere between a dusting to 2 inches across our mountainous valleys. All the lowest elevations will not see any sticking snow. 2 to 4 inches expected over the pass, with 5 to 10 expected up above 5,000 feet. Then we see some spotty light accumulations lingering into our mountainous valleys on to Friday. Otherwise, some of you will just stay dry. It's not till we hit Saturday evening that widespread snow starts to move in all across eastern Oregon, even down to the lowest elevations, where I'm expecting anywhere between a dusting to 4 inches across our valleys. We could add on to that more towards the second half of your weekend before those conditions become increasingly dry with more sunshine in the mix into next week. But those temperatures will stay consistent into the mid to the upper 30s to low 40s for most of us.
All right, there we go. Grapple. Grapple is, you and I decided that's what we would call dusting, but he calls grapple.
New school.
Yeah, that's right. So
There actually was a very light dusting of snow on my car this morning.
yeah. So tonight there's a Cody, keeping it clear with Cody. Yeah.
Let's see, 5:30. Keeping it clear with Cody Bowen. And what's the SAR guy's name?
Nick
Vila?
Vora.
Nick
want to
Vora.
say, yeah.
Yeah, the head of Union County Search and Rescue, and he's also
The
emergency manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll that'll be 5:30. We'll take, do our normal thing. We'll take the public's questions and we'll sit up here and make fun of each other. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. We'll mention that at the end too, but wanted to be sure and get that to you. So, all righty. Well, Scott Newman, the executive director of Union County Chamber of Commerce, is with us, and we'll be right back. He'll be with us.
Want to keep yourself informed with relevant news and events in Eastern Oregon but don't have much time on your hands? Well, here on EO Live, we pay attention to what's happening in Eastern Oregon and deliver the news in 2 minutes or less on our evening news roundup. You can expect to get your news delivered right to your Facebook and Instagram feed every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. We'll keep you in tune with Eastern Oregon, and you can count on that. EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon. Now on Roku.
All right, Eastern Oregon, we're back with Scott Newman,
Morning.
Union County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director. Glad you're here with us, man.
Glad to be here again. How are you guys?
Yeah,
Morning. Good.
good. How are you?
I'm all right. A little bit of I'm the tail end of a cold, so
Yeah.
I sound a little stuffed up.
It's like going around like crazy. Everybody has it in some manner or not. So,
Yeah.
but I think we're close to 6 feet apart.
Yeah, we're close.
And we didn't shake hands.
We
this
did
morning,
not,
So
so-
yeah, so we're
no hugs, nothing. So
so we're good. Yeah.
They still have those rules?
No.
No, I think that's all gone.
No, but I mean, that's in everybody's head and mind everywhere, forever, always will
You're a little
be.
bit more conscious about
I
it
still
nowadays.
see people wearing masks.
Yeah, no, they do, and I think that
I mean, it's their right to. I don't care.
no, especially if their health is a little bit fragile.
Compromise.
Yeah,
Yep, take care of yourself.
yeah. So yeah, whatever people want to do is fine with me, right?
Hey, I'm not going to stop them if that's what they want to do.
No, yeah, and I mean, I'm so glad that we finally got to that place where people can do what they want to do, whatever that means.
Should have been like that all
It
along.
should have been all that way all along, but
And I'm not anti-mask. I just think that it
No.
should have been. If you.
yeah,
We ended up there anyways. It's like, what do you have to do? Like,
Right.
beat yourself over the head with a brick and
right, yeah. And that's kind of, the way I approach a lot of things in life is this sustainable? Whatever change you're making, when we talk about starting shows or programs or whatever it is, if you shoot the moon on the first show and it's like, is that sustainable? No, it's not. You gotta, so yeah. And so, that's when we're going all through that. It was like, this ain't sustainable.
No.
There's no
Dana
way.
says, "Good morning, Scott." He says it's snowy in Wallowa County.
Oh, good morning, Dana.
It means he's up there in Enterprise.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, so what's going on in Union County Chamber of Commerce world?
There's a lot going on. In fact, I even made myself notes this morning.
All right. Yeah.
I want to make sure I didn't forget something. So,
Yeah.
first out, I want to throw a huge shout out to our membership coordinator, Susan Burnett,
Okay.
celebrating 1 year with the Chamber of Commerce. So, I want to throw congratulations out to her.
Good.
I've been here just over a year myself. It was a year in January. So, first year, first year questions and issues and whatever, we got through it, and we're moving forward. So
Yeah.
the chamber's been we've been moving forward. I just hired a new social media manager since Monica moved on over to LeGrand Main Street. We had to bring somebody on. So
Yeah.
Lindsay is our new social media manager.
Yeah.
She's
That was kind of my fault, but
that is your fault. But
yeah, it
that's
was.
okay.
But I'll
You're forgiven.
I'll take the heat for that. Monica's
you're-
is a really good fit at Main Street. Yeah.
Monica's a great fit at Main Street, and
Yeah.
I like to give her a little res saying I trained her well, so she can move.
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah. Good. Do
she'll
it.
give me a call for that later. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. Do
Sorry,
it.
Monica.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's. I just wanted to throw a couple of those shout outs. Chamber banquets coming up March 23rd. It'll be a Thursday. It'll be up at Gilbert Hall. Tickets are on sale for $55, and we have 5 awards we're going to give away this year. We're changing it up a little bit. It's not going to be quite so over the top and so fancy, but that's still going to be a great night. So
Good.
if you need tickets, still I think we have about 40 tickets left, and they're $55. Just call us up at the chamber office, and we'll get you hooked up. So
What does
deal.
that include? Like, what do
that's
you get?
dinner, and there's entertainment.
What's the dinner?
Tri-tip,
Oh yeah, nice. Who's cooking it?
Sodexo.
Okay, cool.
It's up at EOU. So
Yeah, that's Sodexo does a good job. We do. They do all of the East West Shrine stuff all week, and the food's always good.
Ron's great to work with up there,
Yep.
and they've been super for us. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. I'd like to get that event underneath us, since we're all new at the chamber office.
That's right.
Everything that we do is a first time. So
That's right. This is the first. You just did the first farmers
we
banquet,
just did the
right?
yeah, and that had taken a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah.
And this one as well. So
Yeah.
it's been a couple years off. So none of us have been here. None of us have been to it. So
Good.
we're just kind of,
Sweet.
we're
Well,
just
and I think that's good. I mean, it's good because it gives you guys an opportunity
right.
to not be haunted by whatever's been done in the past as
Right.
much. Yeah.
We kind of hit the reset button.
Yeah.
We did hear that it was maybe getting a little over the top in some areas.
Yeah.
So we're just coming at it with a very practical, hey, this is a good event. Come on out, celebrate
Yeah.
our winners. And
Well,
As
Bob
it should.
Bob Kavanaugh was like, everything's got to be a party,
I
and
love Bob.
yeah, well, and to his credit, I mean, membership,
Yep.
went through the roof with him. He's just got a lot of enthusiasm,
Yep.
so,
Yep.
but no,
She's watching anyway. She says, "Whatever you say, boss man."
yeah.
Good morning, Monica.
Uh,
So that's coming up. Sip Shop. Our next Sip Shop event is this evening from 5 to 8, and that's a great way to support local businesses. And so we highly encourage everybody to come out. It's really kind of a fun time. It's just a night out.
yeah.
And stop down to the chamber
So
office.
yeah,
pick
so
up
remind
somewhere.
people again what that is.
So basically, the Sip Shop it was just an idea that we had from. It came from my hometown, and Monica played a little bit of a role in it, and everybody in our office did. And we just tried to come up with a way to get downtown businesses to stay open and get more engagement between the community and downtown.
Mhm.
So we came up with this idea, put it together, and it's been super successful. Some of the stores have said it's kind of a, one of the better things that anybody's done for downtown. So we take that as, with some pride, and we're getting 40 to 50 new people every month that are buying tumblers from us. So if you're interested, come on down tonight between 5 and 8. Stop in the chamber office at 207 Depot, and $20 you get a tumbler and a bag, and you go around and hopefully you spend lots of money at our local retailers. So
because they take that tumbler and that gives them a discount.
That's kind of their discount code.
Yeah. And I tell you, I mean, as you know, I've been involved in downtown LeGrand for a long time, and it's a real challenge. That has been a real challenge, getting businesses to stay open. And it's not their fault. It's that, if you have a business and you decide, well, we got 2 employees or 3 employees and we're going to be open, and during that 3-hour period in the evening, you only have 2 customers, then economics just dictate this, like, we can't do business that way.
It's hard. And I owned a small business for 30 years before I came here, and I get it.
Right.
It's not fun. You want to spend time with family. But hopefully the Sip Shop has been something has been valuable to the downtown retailer.
Right.
I know the people that come in our office and buy the tumblers are excited to go out. So that's been really good. And again, that's tonight from 5 to 8. And so come out and do that. Chamber golf outing. Our chamber golf outing, we're going to have one. Dana, thank you, Dana, for reaching out and helping us put this together. It's going to be July 12th. It'll be a Wednesday.
Okay.
And it'll be the Wednesday before Crazy Days.
Okay.
So we're going to have a golf outing out at Buffalo Peak.
A tournament?
Scramble. So it's going to be fun. Hole sponsorships. We're going to get some flyers out for those that want to sponsor a hole. We're looking for teams and individuals to sign up. And hopefully we're going to have a $5,000 putting contest. And I want to do a $10,000 hole-in-one contest. So come on out, get signed up for the Chamber Banquet. That should be a lot of fun. And I'm looking for I'm a terrible golfer, by the way. So I might just be on the sidelines and drive the beer.
I know. I've been in scrambles 2 different times, and both times I've just absolutely embarrassed myself because it's like
I've only ever golfed on TV once.
On a what?
On TV once, filmed, and I golfed really good.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first Doug Trice.
Yeah,
we filmed that whole thing.
That's right. I remember that.
I carried Caleb Sampson, the mayor. He was my partner. It was me and Caleb against Dana and Coach Carlito up at
I remember. I
absolutely carried. We had a chance to win that. On the 18th hole.
Well, I get the feeling that Scott and I are kind of at the opposite end of that scale.
I play Z golf, which is like this way all the way down the fairway. So
I miss golf. I didn't golf very much this last year.
So I want to thank Dana for reaching out and throwing the suggestion that we should put this together. So
he does a great job with tournaments too. He's good. He's good at what he does.
Buffalo Peak has been really, really great. Just kind of a shout out. The Chamber's not really heading this one up, but I am on the committee for Thunder at the Peak. And out in Union.
So am I.
You're on there too. Yep. And we want to kind of make that Union County's fireworks.
Yeah.
And we're going to expand it. We're going to have more shops down in downtown Union. We're going to start a little later in the day, so you can come out about 6 or 7 o'clock, so you can eat some dinner, do some shopping, and then as it gets close to dusk, then come on up.
Yeah.
We're also going to put together a VIP program for those, for our sponsors, those that give money for the fireworks. We're gonna have a VIP tent up there and some, VIP seating, and so that's going to be something, a little bit of a change. We just want to make it more of a big event. So kind of like Union County's fireworks is what I'm calling it. So,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to expand that.
And what day is that on? I'm just
4th.
kidding.
We stream that too.
I was trying to I wanted to do that with a straight face. Yeah. What day was that?
We stream that for people that can't make it too. People that are not able to leave the house or whatever. We stream it live. I have the best seat in the house.
You do have the best seat.
It's like, and I don't have to deal with it. We just sit up there, me and Bennett, and watch the beautiful fireworks.
Yeah.
We're going to try and stream some music with it too this year and try and coordinate the music with the fireworks a little bit.
That's good. Yeah. Our problem with that is that Facebook
copyright.
They will shut it right down.
Yeah. We'll have to figure something out.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a pain in the neck. It's funny. I have a I have a friend who's an artist, and I mean, his stuff is on Spotify and everything. And when he uses his own stuff on his own Facebook page, they will shut him down. Yeah, because it's just like the craziest thing ever.
So much fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you can, with Facebook or with social media, you can prearrange events and say, okay, we're going to do this, but don't shut this down. But it's a tremendous pain.
Well, we'll figure out those logistics.
Yeah,
anyway.
but well, yeah. So
I mean, so speaking on that, I just got an email yesterday from the head of cheerleading for Oregon, about East West, and she's like, we really want to figure out exactly, you know what I mean? Like, we want to figure it out now. We want these songs to be not copyrighted that we're going to perform to, because we want our show to be part of the live stream, and I'm like, let's do it. Like, give me a call. Let's figure this out. So, because I mean, it's important. You know what I mean? Like, the music. You can't cheer to like, you can't do a halftime show to no music. You know what I mean?
I mean, people have no idea that, I mean, the live stream stuff that we do all the time, you know, I mean, we'll do a basketball game, for instance, at LHS, and the live band will be there, which is awesome. The live band's playing, we can do all that. But during the lineups, they'll play a little recorded thing.
Music,
and they don't shut us off. Is what they used to just shut the stream off, but they'll send us nasty letters, and the music company actually writes us and says, hey, you were using some of your stuff. And
the other thing that we're thinking about doing this year for 4th of July is we might do a drone.
Yes.
Up in we've talked about it. We were looking at.
You got to remind me, because I got to get the variable permit for that.
Those drone videos of fireworks, like, especially when it's right in the mix. Dana and I and BC have all looked at it. We're just like, this would be.
Yeah, we're looking forward to 4th of July. So, like I said, that's not really a chamber sponsored event, but I'm part of that committee, and so we're going to be looking for fireworks sponsors. The idea is the more money we can raise, the bigger the fireworks show we can put on. So.
And Donna was here the other day, and we talked about this a little bit. I miss it being in LeGrand, but at the same time, I'm really happy for Union.
That's
having a thing.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and because every town around needs some kind of a little designation. I mean, we were talking about Elgin the other day. The Elgin mayor was here, and we talked about the significance of the Elgin Opera House and the Stampede. And every town needs an identifier.
Right.
So that's just really good.
Last year was pretty good too. Bennett and I, we go early. We get everything set up. Then we take a golf cart and we just cruise around town. And, rub elbows. And they had a good amount of people down there. They had that that bank robbery thing, and then they had
It's a
15, 20 little places they had the kettle corn and Becky's Burger Wagon, and can only grow.
We're hoping to make it a bigger thing. So we'll have more information. If you're interested in sponsoring that, you can reach out to the chamber, and we'll get you a sponsorship sheet for that. TRT grants, they are open. If you are looking to have an event and you're looking to promote it, promoting tourism in Union County is what those TRT grants are really about. So if you have an event and you want to help promote it, you can apply.
So TRT is
transient room tax.
Okay, so
sorry.
No, I know what it is, but just to help.
So every time somebody stays in a hotel room in Union County, a percentage of that has to be used by state law for tourism promotion.
Okay.
And we're the chamber is the designated countywide tourism. They call us DMOs, designated marketing organization.
Okay.
And so we're in charge of promoting tourism in Union County, and these grants are part of what we do. So Cove Cherry Fair last year got some money, and then they used that money to help promote the event. And the idea is to bring more people from 50 miles away. That's considered tourism per state law, and bring people into Union County, come to an event, and hopefully stay overnight. And that's how we get judged on those things.
Yeah, sweet story. Last night, the maker of the film that was here this last, and I met some of the other people, but I didn't meet him. So he was at the beginning of the city council meeting, and and talked about the very positive experience of being in LeGrand and filming and all that business and stuff. But the way that he got here originally was he came to a couple of the Eastern Oregon film festivals.
Yeah.
That's how he became familiar with LeGrand.
Wasn't he part of that group that they brought in? And
Oh, he might have been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was on our show.
So we probably interviewed him.
We did.
Right? So, but yeah, so very cool though, because those, you just never know. I mean,
Exactly.
the Eastern Oregon Film Festival, I mean, there's a lot of films that don't really fit into what I appreciate, but
Right.
it's an incredibly effective tool for tourism,
Yes.
which is, exactly that, heads on beds,
Yep.
and so that's just a cool story. I mean,
Yeah.
here's this guy who came here, was like LeGrand, came back, was here for a month with a crew of 20 people, invested
In winter.
yeah,
And they were from LA. And
yeah,
they still like
invested in hotels,
Yep.
eating, all of that expense,
Yep.
all of that money poured into our economy.
Yep.
A lot of people don't get that or understand that or figure that out.
It's a significant amount of money that film crew brought in for the month. So
Yeah,
usually they call these shoulder months.
yeah,
And February is a little bit lower. There's just not a lot of tourism going on. But if you can get events like that, you can get basketball tournaments, all
Yeah.
those things like that help local economies huge.
So the TR, back to the TRT
Yep.
grants, how much are you, what's the area of range that you guys are awarding?
So the grants can be up to $10,000. So
Okay.
you can request that much. There's a committee that actually decides based on all the applications, they're filled out correctly, if they cover all the aspects of what it is, and it's all well explained in the application. And then they sit down and they award the grants, and then we give an announcement in April as to how those grant funds are going to get distributed. So
And then how much total are you able to
this year, it varies by year. This year, we're going to do up to $25,000.
Okay.
So we have a pretty good chunk of money. So if you have an event and explain how you're going to market that event, how it's going to attract tourism to Union County, and send it over to us by March 17th. Has to be either emailed or dropped off at the chamber office by March 17th at 4:30. It's a Friday. That's the dead cutoff date. Any applications after that, we won't accept. We
Okay.
have to do a dead cutoff date because we have to get everything voted on. The application is available on the chamber website at visitunioncounty.org. And just scroll down on the first page a little bit, and there's a little button, and you can download the form. It's a fillable PDF, and fill it out and email it or drop it off at the chamber office. And good luck.
And it's event oriented.
It's event oriented.
Okay.
The county has a TRT committee as well. That one can be also used for facilities, stuff like that. But this particular one is more toward event promotion and getting heads in beds.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So yeah, go to the website, get that downloaded, and good luck. Hopefully we get lots of applications. It's a very interesting process. As I sat through it last year, I don't do any of the voting. I take notes and stuff like that. But it's very interesting how the committee goes through each application and how detailed it really is to come up with who gets that money.
Good stuff.
See what else I got in here. I had to make my notes.
No, you're good.
Yeah, small business, shop local. I know Main Street LeGrand or LeGrand Main Street does that too, but we really are doing a big push for local shopping and stuff. So please support our local businesses as much as you can. And the chamber is doing everything that we can. We're not just LeGrand, we're all of Union County.
Right.
So we're trying to expand out, to come up with events in Union. And I'm going to make an appointment with the new Elgin mayor here shortly and have a mayor's meeting. And hopefully we can come up with some events that we can run up in Elgin in that area too. So
Good.
other than that, I think that's kind of the main things we're pretty busy. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
No. Yeah.
And then I'm still doing, we just got done. I did some PA announcing up at EOU for a few sports this year.
Yeah. You kind of jumped in. I mean,
I kind of tripped into it actually.
Yeah, you kind of tripped into that, but it was right away. I mean,
Yeah.
You'd only been here maybe a month.
The funny story on that is, as I was coming, I flew into Boise to interview for the chamber job.
Right.
And as I was driving, my phone rang, and actually Will McLaughlin was the SID up at EOU.
Yeah.
He called me, and I had put in an application because I had done some PA announcing back in Wisconsin. And he said, yeah, we kind of like what you're doing or what you did. Are you interested? Well, I hadn't even gotten the job at the chamber yet. So I'm like, well, sure, of course I am.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, that was kind of a. I figured once that all kind of fell into place, then I was destined to be here. So
well, cool.
So I'm here now, and I did this year. We did football, both basketballs, volleyball, wrestling, and indoor track.
Wow.
So the last couple of weeks have been a lot of hours, but it's been great. I love athletics up there. It's so much fun to watch.
Well, and it's so good for you to be connected to EOU in that way. Yeah. I mean, again, we've talked about this a lot. There's been a lot of conversation in downtown LeGrand as like, how do we connect EOU to downtown, or how do we connect EOU to the other agencies outside of itself? Right. And that's complicated because EOU is almost a city in itself. I mean, they're pretty self-supporting and so on and so forth. So that us just being aware of each other, that's the answer. Is us sharing the information between of EOU and then us sharing the city information with EOU and their students.
Right.
That's I mean, the bistro here, our neighbors, they've done we see a lot of college students come through the door.
A lot.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
It is. Yeah.
And they must be talking too, because lately, especially, I've seen teams that weren't even playing in LeGrand stop here.
Yeah.
In the bistro. The other day, Northwest Nazarene basketball. They're on their way to Idaho.
Really? I missed
stopped here.
That's my alma mater,
Yeah. And there's been Northern Idaho College. Numerous schools that aren't even playing in town.
Yeah.
That just stop here because the word is spread from
That's good.
Coaches and
Yeah. Well, so there are neighbors. We support them whenever we can. So
they have some good.
We haven't talked about it much, but we're trying to get a cooking show together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm on the eating side much more.
Are you? Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously.
That's kind of us. We're all on the eating side. So, but no, that's something that you guys are going to be hearing about from time to time. That's been something we've been working on.
I can make chili if you want. I have a pretty mean chili.
You can do chili.
I can do a pretty mean chili.
Well, we're doing it in coordination with Chef Russ.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and he's a beast.
Oh,
yeah, he is. So
there's some good food over there. So really appreciate what they do for the community.
Yeah.
And to kind of just end on your point with EOU and trying to make that connection. I think it's starting. I think there's nobody. I asked a lot of questions when I came here. Why the disconnect? Why a lot of towns in Wisconsin have a Division III college in it, same size town, and you drive in those towns and you knew you were in that college town. And here it just wasn't quite that, but I think we're starting to get there. We're just going to get some more signage up and just kind of expand that and get the students a little bit more involved down here and get the businesses more involved with the students and the faculty.
Yeah.
We always talk about the students, but the faculty, they live in town. I mean, they're consumers. So.
Well, I mean, I'm a big supporter of EOU, but I seldomly go to a sporting event, or I seldom go to a concert. And I mean, there isn't any reason for that, except that I don't fit it into my schedule. It's not a part of my routine.
Right. I
mean, when I go to an event there, I like it. I mean, you're at the events all the time, clearly. And so, and I mean, and I know all the key players. I know the professors. I know, I mean, I am really motivated as a person to take part in those things, but my life is like so full. So it's getting people to make that a part of their routine, and I think that's changed. I mean, in our Rotary Club, we have a lot of older members. Every club does, and we have a lot of older members. Well, they regularly go to basketball sporting events. I mean, it's a part of their routine. I think it's us younger, 60-year-olds to 40-year-olds. It just has not been a part of routine, you know, what we've done. So anyhow,
The athletic competition up there, it's awesome.
right.
It's the athletes at this level they're phenomenal.
Right.
You know, high school is awesome now too. This is definitely multiple steps above your high school athletics. You want some fast moving. Football kids are huge. Basketball players are 6'8", 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
And they're fun to watch. And I did women's wrestling. I called women's wrestling on Sunday.
How was that?
The CCC tournament was LeGrand hosted it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Have you called wrestling
I had
before?
never called wrestling before, and they asked me to do it. I'm like, okay, we'll get through it. And so we got through it.
I guess the good thing is calling wrestling is you're just announcing the players at the beginning and maybe the winner. I mean, there's not much going on that you're talking about during the match.
Pretty
right?
much announcing the match, making
Yeah,
sure matches were going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like play by play.
No, yeah. Because wrestling is complicated. I mean, for someone who's not been around it, the way it's scored.
Right.
I mean, it's not an easy.
And the
it's not an
difference,
easy thing to
women's
follow.
wrestling is, I guess they call it freestyle,
Oh,
and men's
Men's
wrestling
collegiate.
is different.
Yeah.
And I forgot what they called that one.
Collegiate.
There's
Huh.
a name for it though.
I'm pretty sure it's collegiate.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't called the men's wrestling yet, but it was fun to watch. It was one of the fastest days. I was there all day,
Oh.
and it was a fast day. And it's amazing how tough those women are.
Huh.
So they really go at it. And in women's wrestling, if there's no stalling, 10 seconds, they're back up. They get them back up, and they get them going back at it.
Huh.
And it was really fun. I hope I get to do it next year again.
Cool.
So yeah.
All righty. Well, thanks, Scott.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for having
you.
me on. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So
So, well, do you want to just get us out of
Yeah,
here?
let's do it. On this day, what is today? Did I do? You know what? I did all of my on this day for the 3rd.
Did you? It's all right. Just do it.
Okay, on this day tomorrow.
On this day tomorrow.
Because for some reason I thought it was the 3rd.
Well, and I put, and here, let me change this real quick.
In
So,
1799, Congress standardized U.S. weights and measures. So we should. I mean, I think the whole world should weigh and measure everything the same way. So we should all be metric, but I don't know why the U.S. has to be. 1819, U.S. passed its first immigration law. 1867, the U.S. Congress created the Department of Education. 1933, King Kong premiered at Radio City Music Hall.
33.
1933. 1949, the first automatic streetlight was installed in New Milford, Connecticut. And then we'll just jump all the way to 2021, and this was the Dr. Seuss controversy, where the 6 books that were supposedly racist and insensitive imagery they seized publication on all 6 of them. That's just the world we live in. It's so weird, man.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Dr.
It's a Dr. Seuss book, 6 books. And once again, let's just touch this one more time. The baby back rib feed, Saturday, March 11th. And then tonight, Keeping It Clear with Cody Bowen at 5:30. The guest is the SAR coordinator and Union County Emergency. What is it? The Union County Emergency
Coordinator. I think something like that.
And then the #1 movie in America tomorrow, which it was also the #1 movie today in 1993, was Falling Down with Michael Douglas. I don't even really remember that.
The angry white guy.
I was 8th grade, so
Yeah, he played this guy who was,
pissed off at the
Yeah,
world.
I remember that.
yeah.
Quote of the day. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. That's it.
All right.
Have a good weekend. Like I said, tomorrow night too. LHS basketball, 6 o'clock. They're playing Crook County in the opening round of the playoffs. Get up there and support them. There's no EOU home games of any sort this weekend. They were supposed to be softball. They moved it to Hermiston.
There's some comments you may want to look at real
who we
quick.
got?
So next
I don't see.
Maybe not.
Bud said chef competition.
Okay.
Maybe we will do that down the road. Me and Russ have a little cook-off.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what so next Tuesday, Cove Mayor Sherry Hager is going to be here with us.
Sweet.
So that'll be kind of fun. And then I think on Thursday is Union County Commissioner Paul will be with us. So
sweet. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
See you Tuesday.
Thank you guys for being here.